having not heard anything of what my hopes were, what I'd put myself out for, she's like, well, you know, this scenario could happen. And I thought to myself, well, if she, who has no idea what's even going on with this, can suggest that, what if that is a possibility? And this little seed of hope got planted in my heart, and a little bit of the darkness left. And so then I could grow that seed, and I could start hoping again, and I could start considering possibilities again. And I was drawn back to a post that I posted on Saturday about this fear that there are no guarantees. There are no guaranteed this is exactly how it's going to happen. And that's true. I've never had any guarantees of that what I would pray for was going to happen exactly the way that I wanted. No guarantees that people would be able to support me in exactly the way that I needed, that things would happen as fast as I wanted. That is the story of my life. Things don't happen as fast as I want, as I've hoped. Things aren't answered exactly the way that I sought. And I'm starting to realize that's just kind of life. Because faith is not growing if there is never space in which it sustains you. And so each moment in my life have been places where I was stretched to let faith sustain me so that it could grow. And finally I stepped back far enough and I went, the reason why that anger ran rampant, because the reason why the doubt was so big, the reason why I felt so overwhelmed and trapped this last few days and before, in hard times before, is because I shut hope down. And I'm not even talking about this on like a faith in God kind of a level, but just I chose to feed dark instead of to feed light. And so dark is what I got. As human beings, as children of the divine, we are engineered for light. We were created in the image of a being of light, and we are drawn to the light. And so every time that I chose to cut down light and raise up dark, that's what I got. And then this is twofold. Where I'm going now is twofold. Sometimes you just have to choose to be neutral. You can't choose to choose the light because you feel so trapped in dark that light is too far away. But all I had to do was just say, I'm not going to feed it. I'm going to stop my swirling, messed up, crazy thoughts. And I'm just going to say no. Because I was going, well, what if I get fired? What if no one will ever like me again? What if they hate me? What if I will never be loved the way that I feel I need to be loved? What if I will never going to be able to, all of these what ifs, all of this doubt and all of this fear, and I just kept feeding it. And so finally when I just said no, I didn't have to think a good thought. I didn't have to feed light. All I had to do was stop feeding dark. So if you're in the midst of darkness right now, and you feel like there is no room and no space for light, I hope you'll just say no. You'll stop the tailspin, you'll stop the swirling thoughts, and you'll just say no. And then start saying, could it be? Could it be that what I went through on Friday planted seeds for what's coming next week? Because there is opposition in all things, and so one conversation led to a different conversation in opposition. But that doesn't mean that the opposition is right. It just means it's opposition. So for all the times that I used to lay on my couch crying, what if that prayer is what's showing up now? That we've moved into a new place, that we are talking more than we ever have before. What if those prayers of heartache then are what now allows me to cry out and know that I'm heard and know that it will be okay. Not that it will happen exactly the way that I want it to, but that it will indeed be okay. So if you're in that place, first, please reach out. It is so hard to handle the swirling alone. And even though that friend couldn't give me all the answers I wanted, I knew someone heard me. So I hope you'll reach out. Email me, Allison@empoweringlowerlights.com. Go to my site and set up an appointment with me. Just reach out, because that is the first point. The darkness is so scary because it is so overwhelmingly isolating. And you get so strapped and so stuck in the dark. And so please reach out and know that there is light somewhere. And then second, start considering that maybe good things could come too. Because all of a sudden, I woke up this morning and things were okay again, because I accepted that things could maybe be working out the way that I wanted. That maybe good things in a weavy, windy, twisty, turny sort of way really are going to get me where I want. That I did plant seeds that, yes, were opposed, but still are good. When you plant a seed, you go from darkness. When you plant a seed, that seed goes from being up here in the light with the beautiful idea of the potential of what it could be, and then it gets buried under dirt. But being buried in dirt is the very thing that allows it to grow. So I hope you'll at least consider the possibility that there could be good things. That dark day won't last forever. And then after you accept that, later we can talk about the things you do to feel better when you're in that cycle. Because me writing my gratefuls and me seeing successes helped me not to spiral to as dark of a place as I could have. They still helped, but I also just had to write it out. So I would love to help share techniques to write it out, as you then find that place to be neutral, to then find hope again. And I hope that you know there is hope. I wish I could understand the equation. I wish I knew how it worked, but all I know is that when I absolutely needed it, not when I wanted it sometimes, but when I absolutely needed it, hope showed up. So take hope, that heart will show up. Take heart, that hope will show up. And know that you do have a choice. I did have a choice. I had a choice to keep supporting hope, or I had a choice to be angry and bitter, and in that moment I chose angry and bitter. If you're in that place, you have a choice. I hope you will hold out for hope a little bit longer. If you've already made the choice that it's just dark and it's hard, know that there can be hope again. Satan's going to lie to you and tell you there's no way to hope. Once you're in that horrible pit of despair, there's no hope out. There's no way to get out. There is still hope, and I hope that you will keep reaching for it. Please share your experiences. Share a perspective where you're coming from. Maybe this didn't ring true for you at all, but if it did, keep going, keep moving forward. There is hope through neutral and through choosing to have faith that maybe good things really are coming. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this video rang true for you, or if you think that this could help someone else, please like and subscribe below. You subscribing means that more people see what I'm sharing, and there's a lot of people in the world who need to know they're not alone. And there are a lot of supporters out there who are giving their all to support a spouse, to support a family member. And do you know how powerful it is to know you're not alone and that someone gets you? So please like, subscribe, and share so that this message goes out. Because my wish and my desire is to light the way to hope. That there is hope and there is healing ahead. And that with clarity and perspective and understanding, you can heal so your relationship heals and you better support this person who's struggling with mental illness. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.